I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck. Ever since this day, I've honestly been enjoying the granola arc a little bit more each and every time. Of course, there were hiccups. Huge hiccups. But I find myself enjoying it, and a large part of that enjoyment was from BARDOCK. I love the character. Loved him in Z, loved him in Minus, and now I like him even more in the granola arc. But even I have my limits. Things that I'm willing to accept, things that I'm not willing to accept. And honestly, this is pushing it, because the new leaks that we have for the DBS Manga chapter, what they do in terms of retcon and change everything we've known about Dragon Ball specific to Goku, it's honestly just baffling. It's got me speechless. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I think that this quote by Ryutaka, who has seen the chapter firsthand, really foreshadows why there are huge issues with this element in the story, and why a change that they made previously is really not working out the way that everyone thought it would. The reason for the victory, or whatever you want to call it, is BARDOCKS XX, which seems to rewrite the entire history of Dragon Ball, but only X is enough, laughs. So what's the trick to winning against YY? Spiritualism, I guess. The leaks showcase that Bardock has a very positive attitude toward combat. He is essentially Goku if Goku was a full-on Saiyan. When it comes to the way that he looks at combat, he is thrilled to fight people that are stronger than him. He doesn't care if they are. He knows he will be stronger or he will meet them. He just has like a real genuine positive attitude as a Saiyan, and I honestly liked it from the leaks that we've seen. He just seems like such a cool and calm and collected guy, to the point that he pisses off Gas, who is not calm, cool, and collected, but tries to be. What I really don't like is that Gas unleashes his full rage. He actually ends up going really into that berserker stage, and he actually looks exactly the same as he does now after the wish. I honestly thought that he was as big as he was because he was already wished to be the strongest, and he ended up being a really tall, big guy. But with this, he just kind of goes to the normal form that we've seen him in now, even though he's a smaller guy. So he like bulks up like the Hulk to the same proportions as a bigger version of himself. That's kind of a nitpick, but I kind of wish he was just like a miniature Broly looking version, like a brolic little tiny guy. That would have been better, I felt like, and given his newer transformation a little bit more zest. Monaito actually ends up summoning the dragon, and the wish is for Bardock to be wished off the planet, which I absolutely like. I like this wish. Honestly, I guessed that this was going to be the wish. It's not like a special thing to guess it, because honestly, it's kind of like obvious that was going to be the wish. But yeah, I guessed that this was the wish, and that's what it was. The cool thing is that Bardock actually gets a choice whether he wants to go back, similar to Goku back on Namek. He gets a choice by the dragon, and he decides to stay. He does not want to go back, and so Monaito offers him another wish. What do you want me to wish for? That way I can help you in this battle. And Bardock thinks that Monaito would wish for what seemingly is an asteroid of some kind. I'm assuming that's like a reference to the fact that Bardock can go into the Uzaru form if he sees the full moon. Bardock tells Monaito this, and this is where the first part of changing Dragon Ball history is a little ambiguous, so I am going to hold my tongue on my criticism of this until I read the entire chapter. Well then, yeah, may my sons grow up well. I wish them well. Now the Dragon Balls end up leaving the planet. We don't know at this point whether Monaito actually made the wish or not, although he references later that he almost made a selfish wish, and he's glad that he decided against it, which I don't know if that means wishing Bardock off the planet or wishing his sons well. Now, his sons, they didn't have the best life. Goku's repeatedly fighting for his life on Earth, and then Raditz is dead. So maybe the wish didn't happen, maybe it did. I have to see how it looks like on the actual manga. Now, if this is kind of what I think it is and hinting at it, honestly, I don't like the entire Messiah aspect of it that they're trying to push. They already kind of did this in the Minus story, where Goku is sent off to Earth by his loving parents, similar to Superman. I kind of can see past that one. But if Bardock also made a wish to make sure Goku's special or something, I don't know if I can forgive that. I don't know if I can forgive that at all. That to me is stepping on some extremely unfavorable territory, and I may have to fall back to this point in my Granola arc career, because like this is the point where I thought this shit fell off, and I've been enjoying it since. and I don't want that to happen again, honestly. Elec basically tells Bardock that hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink, winkety wink wink wink, Frieza is gonna destroy your planet. That's essentially what he tells him, and to me, honestly, I feel like earlier where Gas kind of hints at it slightly, I think that would have been enough. Telling Bardock outright and him kind of like just figuring it out in minus like the way he looks and everything, yeah, that's to me a big no-no. I do not like that at all. I do not like that one bit. And this is kind of like a blatant thing that happens. Like, this is not something that is due to interpretation. So yeah, they kind of just fumbled the ball on that one. But lastly, the reason that this video is called No More Super Saiyan Goku is because Bardock at the end goes into a false type of Super Saiyan. This is obviously a false Super Saiyan that we've been thinking Bardock was going to get, and it completely practically retcons the whole Goku was the first Super Saiyan in over 1,000 years, that he is the one that transforms into Super Saiyan before anyone because his father before him shifted into those tendencies. Him transforming outright into a Super Saiyan would have been terrible. To me, this is not so bad, and I think that Dragon Ball is at a stage here where they don't really care about canon. I'm going to try to reserve a lot of my opinion because these are just leaks essentially, but at the same time, they kind of give us a full picture of what's going on. I'll wait till the full chapter comes out to give my final verdict on whether the Dragon Ball Super manga has died again.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.